This video is intended for students who are using Canvas as a learning management system for a college course. There are some important kind of tips about using the gradebook that I wanted to share. I often get emails that say, how do I see this in the gradebook? Or why did I get such and such grade on an assignment? Or have you graded an assignment yet? And so on and so forth. So I just wanted to point out a few things in the gradebook that I think could be helpful for you as we navigate the class together, and some things that you should watch for in order to answer some of those questions on your own. So for starters, when you see an icon like this, it means that you have submitted the assignment, but it has not been graded. So this first assignment has been graded and you received a 5 out of 5. In this case, this assignment, I have submitted something there for that assignment, but it hasn't been graded. And so it shows the piece of paper kind of documenting that, yes, I have in fact submitted something, it's there, but it just hasn't been graded yet. And so I don't have credit out of those 10 points. This little box here with a check mark allows you to see details about the assignment. So it will, depending on what details the instructor allows you to see or has included there, it will show you. If there's a rubric, for example, it might show you information about the rubric here. So it sort of depends on how your class is set up. But that little check mark, which can often easily be ignored, will show you additional information for each assignment. When you see a box that looks like this, that means that there's a comment. And so if you click on that box, it will actually show you what the comment is. It'll pull it up here on the right-hand side, and it's blocked in this case for privacy reasons, but it will show you the date and time the comment was left, and then what the comment says. And so if there's an interaction or conversation between you and the instructor back and forth, you'll be able to see all of those comments there. So don't ignore that very important icon that occasionally pops up in your gradebook, because that's where you will see the comments. Even better than that is actually setting up Canvas so that it sends you an email when there's a comment made, which is how I have mine. So if your instructor was to make a comment, it would actually email you and tell you what the comment is and where it was. And then directly from the email, you could go and click on the link and it would take you right to the assignment where the comment was left. But in your gradebook, for sure, you can always see the comments and kind of see what might be there from your instructor. Depending on the type of assignment that was submitted is why you'll see the different icons. So this is a text assignment. This is a document that I uploaded or submitted. If it's a discussion board, you'll see something different than that. It'll look like the two kind of little comments with each other. My very favorite part about the gradebook, which I don't think a lot of students are familiar with, is this blue dot, which you'll see often in Canvas. And so this lets you estimate on your own. If I were to get a 1 on this assignment, for example, what would that do to my grade? And then you can go down at the bottom and see how it affected your grade. That took me down to an 80%. And then I can revert to my original score, or the actual score given by the instructor. You can do this on assignments that are upcoming as well, and I don't have any in this class. But for example, if you want to know, can I skip this assignment that's coming up because I just don't really feel like doing it or I don't have time, how is that really going to impact my grade? You can select that and you can put a 0 for that assignment and then decide, okay, that only took me down to a 90%, so I'm fine, that's perfect, I don't want to do that assignment. If you are trying to figure out how many points you need to get on the final exam, for example, in order to pass the class, this option of figuring out an alternate score will let you do that, and you'll know exactly how many points you would need in order to get a different or certain grade in the class. So I find that to be extremely helpful. Also for your benefit and the instructors, it saves you the trouble of having to email the teacher and saying, what do I have to do in order to pass, or what do I have to do to get my grade up? You can go in the gradebook and make those estimates yourself. And so I think that's helpful to decide, what assignments do you want to focus on? If your instructor takes late work or will allow you to resubmit something, where should you put your focus in order to make sure that your score is what you want it to be in the class? So hopefully this was helpful. If you have additional questions, of course, you can always email and I'm happy to answer them.